What's up guys, Flash Carter here. Today we are taking a look at some new LEGO Star Wars rumors we got coming out for next January 2025. Guys, already here, very exciting. And guys, very interesting looking wave right here. Got a couple new midi scale ones, couple play scale ones looks like, and of course a new buildable figure and a kids one. So let's get cracking right into it, guys. And before we do anything, I do want to give you guys this disclaimer that these sets, or these rumors I should say, while they have been true a lot in the past and recent years, they do get some things wrong, like minifigures, prices, piece counts, things of that nature. And then there's other ones that are just straight up wrong, like there was a Z95 Starfighter rumor, there was a Jedi Temple rumor for this year, and all those turned out to not be true. But getting back to it, let's get into it cracking right away. The first one here is very interesting. It's Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor, and this is one of those that I have a little bit of a concern with. So if we take a look at 2002, I should say 2022, it was the 20th anniversary of 2002 Attack of the Clones. We got two Episode 2 sets. So while I'm not overtly saying that we're going to get a couple of Episode 3 sets, I think it's not unrealistic to say we'll get one or two of them. And as you can see in the rest of these rumors, we really only have one Episode 3 set in the Arc 170. So hear me out on this. I think that this set, because it's a red Jedi Starfighter, as you know, Ahsoka is really not known for driving one of these. She was gone by the end of the Clone Wars, and this is an Episode 3 type of set. We do have her Starfighter in LEGO form from the Clone Wars, but because this is not a very well-known canon vehicle, it's only been in one episode, barely has a wiki page, and I don't think there's any Ahsoka content coming out before next January. I think this is going to have to be someone else's Jedi Interceptor. And with the color scheme, with it being red, I think this might very well end up being an Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. And let me tell you why real quick. So we've gotten Anakin's Jedi Interceptor a couple times. Back in 2014, the year after it was released, we did end up getting an Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. But more recently, we had one in 2019, or 2020 I should say, that was released without an Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. So you feel where I'm going here. 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I think we could be seeing an Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor. But the Ahsoka is still possible. So now let's move on to this next rumor here. Okay, moving on here, we got an Arc 170 Starfighter. Now, this would already be the second Episode 3 set if everything is going how I think it will. With this one, though, I think it's either going to happen or it's not. I mean, it's hard to confuse an Arc 170 for a lot else, maybe a V19 Torrent, but even that I don't think we're going to get. Arc 170 seems like it makes sense. The two we've had in the past were both Episode 3 ones, not Clone Wars ones, and the last one being 2010. I feel like the community has asked for this one for quite a while now, so I could actually see this one being true. Okay, moving along, we got a buildable Grou with his prom, which is just like the little crib thing that he comes in. This one seems like a pretty likely to happen type of buildable figure. We've been getting a lot in recent years, the C-3PO, the R2-D2, Chewbacca, plenty more. So this is basically what the build is going to end up being like, and the reason I say that this is probably going to happen is because LEGO literally just released a LEGO Baby Yoda, Baby Grogu, whatever you want to call it, a couple years ago. So very on page for them to re-release basically the same set for another $100. Back to the rumor list, however, guys. Next one is the most interesting one by far, the MIDI scale Acclimator. So obviously, it is a very good sign to see that the Starship line, whatever you want to call it, the MIDI scale line is continuing. A lot of really cool ones there, and this is very interesting to talk about here for a second. So the Acclimator is obviously a lesser known Republic capital ship, you could call it, was present on like the Battle of Geonosis, things like that. But the reason I think that this has an actual chance of coming out is because of one reason only, and that's the success of the Invisible Hand MIDI scale set last year. Now this one was not at all expected by LEGO fans, totally out of left field. But I think everyone would say that it sold really well, it looks really well, and overall is just a really good set that a lot of people are happy about. Now the reason this is important is because I think the Invisible Hand was kind of like a test to see if these more niche sets, such as the Clone Wars ones and things like the Acclimator and other capital ships, would sell well. And because it did, I definitely think there's a possibility this is a real rumor. However, I think we also need to consider rumors come from blurry pictures, leaks, things like that. This could also just have been a Venator at MIDI scale, obviously to go with that Invisible Hand, to go with the UCS Venator, another strong possibility there. So I'm not getting too excited for an Acclimator, although I think it would be very epic, but I'm going to say Acclimator or Venator at a MIDI scale is pretty much locked in for next January. Then finally, we got a midi-scale Homeone, which is really cool. Obviously, we've only seen the Homeone in play scale form before and the interior of it. Seeing an exterior of a Homeone would be really cool. I think this would be a great scale to do it on, and I think this opens the door for a lot more capital ships to possibly come out in this scale. Continue this line. Really like the Starship line and how it's been going. And then finally, we got a Mando's N1 Starfighter 4+ set. Nothing much there. Kitty sets usually are true on all the rumors. Pretty hard to mistake them for anything with those big pieces. But guys, make sure to like and subscribe for more news, and I will see you on the next one.